Hello, I'm Joshua of Milestone Play. I am a professional game master, and today we have a recorded one shot for you. Despite thousands and thousands of hours of professional games, they're private games, so it's really hard to advertise. So that's why a couple of my players have agreed to help me out for this one shot. This one shot shall be Saints and Sacrifices. All of the maps you see in this video, you can get down in the description, steal them, use them for whatever you want. Now, getting into this game, this is going to be a level 0 session. Our players will have the chance to get their characters to level up during the adventure, but we're going to be starting off at level 0. So everyone gets a background, everyone gets a ancestry, but no one gets any classes until we discover what classes they may be blessed with by their saints and sacrifices. So we're going to go ahead and roll our stats live, and as peasants, we're going to be doing this old school. This is going to be 3d6 in a row. So everyone's going to be rolling their 6 stats, and the first one will be strength, and then dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, charisma. Dave, do you want to go ahead and roll your stats?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Good luck
So
with
not
that
very
dex.
dexterous. Okay.
We'll give you some time to figure out what that means for your character. For now, John, do you want to go ahead and roll your stats?
Rolling.
Okay, a bit more moderate, but a couple low ones. And then Cyber, let's get those stats rolled.
Let's do it. Oh,
Ooh.
interesting.
Okay, I think we found the protagonist of the story. But yeah, so we're gonna
Just
go
thought.
ahead and we're gonna process these stats, get them into some character sheets, give our players some time to figure out what this means, and then we'll come back with some character introductions. Okay, so we're back. Our players have had time to process their ability scores. They have chosen an ancestry each, as well as a background, and those have adjusted their scores a little bit. They currently all have 4 hit points modified by their constitution modifier. That'll change as they gain some levels later on. But yeah, we're going to be getting into this game. So our story is going to be taking place at a small village called Abel's End around the autumn equinox, as there is a harvest festival going on. We're going to get to learn a little bit about our characters throughout this harvest festival before things start to go wrong, as they tend to do. Dave, would you like to introduce us to Brox?
Yes, Brox is a half-orc blacksmith. He provides the village with horseshoes and nails and the odds and ends. But his real passion is making armor, and he uses his silver tongue to sell his wares at the harvest festival.
Fantastic. And you have moved Brox down to the southern end of our map, as we do have a small smithy down there. The smithy is right next to one of our statues scattered across this map. That statue in particular is that of Dolmar Broadstrike, a previous hero of the village. Very fitting to be next to the blacksmithy. Continuing on to John, would you like to introduce us to Osric?
Yes, Osric is a soldier that is in town for helping with guarding of the festival to make sure things go smoothly. But we'll see how that happens.
Fantastic. And then finally, Cyber, would you like to introduce us to Devin?
Yes, Devin Livingston is a busy paper pusher, dealing with the very particular paperwork that the town may produce. Um, he is just pushing all over things such as censuses, things for like aid for like our higher lord, whatnot and whatnot. We are here to support.
Fantastic. You currently have Devin on our map where our singular temple is. It's a pantheonic temple. It's not devoted to any singular god, but is serviced by all 8 of the old gods. Does Devon base their operations of being a paper pusher out of the temple, as that is a very kind of ecclesiastical location, or is there like
Yes.
a town hall or something also here?
I think that instead of not asking, but instead of basing it somewhere else, I think this temple, pantheonic and the like, I think is a good point. Is like he's like probably in like a room off to the side, away from uh the regular worship and rites that go on in the building. Just there as available as possible to assist.
Fantastic. Well, as our harvest festival approaches, there are people coming from out of town. There are some that are just other farmers, maybe, 2, 3, 4 miles away. Others coming from a bit further from adjoining towns along the byway that you have branched off from for where your Abel's End is located. Part of it being Abel's End is it is essentially a societal cul-de-sac out into this part of the countryside. The biggest thing you have here is going to be the lumber mill, keeping a bit of a lumber trade going on and getting those logs kind of shipped out on wagon carts. Though you do have your own ranches, your own kind of little farmsteads, horticulture, things like that. As people start to come in to the village for this harvest festival, there is a small train of covered wagons of a number of merchants seeking to uh, take advantage of all the different festivals going on throughout this countryside during this season. And as you are the local paper pusher, you do have eventually this larger, burly giant handlebar mustache that goes down, braided hair in the back, of a merchant fella, flanked by, his own personal hired guards and hands and things like that, coming into this temple, looking around, eventually sees Devon, and he's like 5 times your size, both, combining height with width with depth. He's a big fella, and as he kind of looks down to you, he's a bit pushy about, right now. Let's just get all this stuff signed. That way, I can get myself set up for camp. I need to get ready.
Oh yes, of course, sir. But do have to make sure the paperwork is in order. You have paid for a spot, correct? Oh,
Yes,
I see here.
quite a bit. I believe I'm supposed to be over by. He kind of looks at a piece of paper of his own. A statue of Jirix.
Yes, this statue of Jurix. This paperwork seems to be mostly in order. Um, we reserve the right to call you back for any other finalizing touches, but you should be good to go, sir.
Right, fine. Kind of like looks around to some of his people, gives them a couple orders, and then kind of looks back to you. Right. And if you know anyone that's looking to get any form of textiles, trying to get any form of woven fabrics or the like, you send them to Glen Bowden. We've got it all situated for them. Whether you're looking for clothing, you're looking for canvases, you're looking for anything made of fabric, you let them know that we've got them handled. As he then kind of like looks to some of his men, points off to the east. Right, get yourself set up, get yourself set up. As his wagons continue on, he looks back down to you and tries to lord over you, both his size as well as his own self importance. And if we happen to have any problems, who do we report to?
Problems such as people messing with your stall.
People messing with my store, individuals that might be dirtering my products and not wanting to buy them, possibly anyone trying to sneak about at night. We're going to be here for a few days, and I want to make sure that I'm well taken care of the entire time.
Oh, worry not, sir. We have sent word to our higher lord to ask for additional mercenaries and the like to keep a good security on things. We want to keep things festive and happy. Um, If things do go right your stall, you may come to me. I shall set about word to investigate what may have happened.
Very good, very good. As he begins to leave our temple, we will go ahead and update our map.
Yes, which statue is this? Oh, this one in the center?
Over to
Oh, over
the
here.
over to the right is going to be the statue of Jirix, as he has set up his little caravan in addition to your village. As the caravan itself is getting set up, he is going to make his way out across this town square area. Um, as he is eventually going to spy one of those additional hired on hands to keep this place safe. As once again, this very large and self important man makes his way over to Osric, pudgy sausage fingers kind of pointing you down as he comes. Right, right, you. Are you one of the additional soldiers that has been brought into this place to buttress it against any ne'er-do-wells?
Yes, I was sent here to make sure that the festival had a smooth operation.
Very good, very good. In that case, you are here for my protection. The militia, the yeomen, and all of them of this village, they know how to protect this village of their own, but they're not going to be paying much attention to me, which is an issue. I need to make sure that I am well taken care of and protected at all times.
Who are you again?
My name is Glenn Bowden. I'm the lead mercantile merchant of textiles.
Well, Mr. Bowden, that was not in my orders. My orders are for protecting the village and the festival.
And I am here, and I am going to be the center of this festival.
So you will be part of that, but not my main focus.
He kind of gets all flustered. His face goes pink. He he tries to keep himself of less caloric temperament, but fails and ends up waddling away with a hefty huff of losing his breath just for his own exasperation. As he makes his way uh, towards his caravan as they're all getting their camp set up. Uh, People still coming to the village. I do want to give Osric, as you are here to protect the village, time to explore, learn a bit about this place that you have not been to before, and kind of choose where you wish to put your attention.
Um, well, it's a festival, so I should probably be walking. I was kind of coming in and looking through uh, the village and walking down the road there, and I saw the statue in the temple. But then I should probably be more focused towards looking at the festival and where the everything is happening. So that would be over in the kind of the middle there,
Yes,
down
we
to the
we do
left.
have a
Okay.
market square set up, and that market square is set up around another of our statues of other heroes. That particular statue is for. Where are you? I have lost you in my list. Aha! Uh, So that statue in the center of the market square is for Fabir Says. And Fabir Says very much gives this kind of Aristotle, Greek philosopher look to them. And at the base of their statue, there is an inscription upon it, similar to the rest of the statues about this place. But Fabir's says, "Knowledge and culture connects us to the rest of the world." Very fitting to be the area where this festival is set up every year.
Well,
So, as you are exploring this kind of market area, people getting their stall set up, people have already made a couple sales to the early individuals, but the larger banquets, the larger roast entire carcasses of meat have not really begun yet. So we're still a day out from where the giant partying is going to be happening. But this is definitely the build up to the festival, where there's a lot of people figuring out the odds and ends of like an odd tent pole that they can't get to stand right, or your stuff is in my spot. Hey, you need to move everything over 2 feet, otherwise I'm not going to have enough room. As there's minor squabbles that kind of bicker back and forth and the like. Is there anything in particular you wish to do as you are getting a lay of the land for this market square?
Um, just kind of scanning to make sure there isn't any of the out of the ordinary kerfuffles of booths and, this is my space. Um, and then once I kind of get the lay of that land, I'd probably want to make sure that I check in at the inn and show them the writ from the king that says I can stay there.
Fantastic. And with that, we have plenty of buildings throughout this town. You get to choose which one happens to be the inn.
I think that the inn would probably look like something over here with a stable sort of attachment to it,
Okay.
maybe, or maybe this one here. Um, would be one of those.
Totally. So yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of this as we are learning about Abel's End, some of the locations are already evident as to what they are. We have the temple, we have the blacksmithy, we have the windmill, and we have the lumber mill. We have the ranches. But for a lot of the rest of this area, we will be speaking things into existence, and then going forward, that will be that location, and there will be no others like it. So we have our inn selected upon our village map of Abel's End. As you go in, showing that you are here with a writ to stay, the barkeep is a thinner woman. Almost looks slightly underfed, but probably just a very high metabolism. Um, Probably 45, 50 years old, a light gray through the hair, a few moles across the side of her face, but a perky smile, very narrow eyes, as the brow kind of hangs low. But despite that, a lot of cheer in the eyes as she kind of looks to you. Oh, right on. We're always good to have you in here. Always happy to have additional aid coming in through this time of year. Unfortunately, we're going to be a bit packed. So, do you mind if I put you in a room with another person?
Oh, I don't mind, but they might not like me. I don't know.
Oh, well, that's gonna be their problem. I think you got a bit more authority in this situation. So as long as you're not picking a fight, then I don't have to call you to deal with you.
That sounds right.
Fantastic. As she kind of gets you set up in there, gets you a good meal, we will pull our camera out and transition through the village down to Brock's. Brock's, tomorrow is the first major day of the festival. How are your preparations going for this festival season?
Um, so I think the main odds and ends, the pitchfork heads, and I would assume a lot of axe heads um, have been made in preparation. Um, but in secret, behind the scenes, he's been making parts of plate mail armor, the odd bracers and pauldrons, and then he's got one piece of armor that he's just like spending every second on that he can have spare. This very sort of ornate breastplate. Um, as ornate as he can make it is not very dexterous, so the fine details are harder to do. But the sturdiness and the quality of the metal, forgery of it is high. So
Fantastic.
I imagine at this point he is still sweating at the back of his workshop, sort of running in and out as much as he can to just do the final pieces.
Okay. I would like you to make a let's make it a strength smithing in order to see if you can finish your masterpiece for this festival season and have it completely done by the time the festival comes.
So a D20, I have proficiency with smith's tools because I am a guild artisan.
So that'll give you a +2.
Uh, so then I will have a +3 onto this. Um, I don't know if that. Oh, let me just do it on the roll 20. It's not working on this. So 13.
13. Okay. I put it at DC 12 as you're going to be working late into the evening to eke this out in time, but you are going to get the final pieces put together for full-on breastplate with the additional adornments for the van braces, greaves, pauldrons, small connecting parts, filling in some gaps that like this isn't a completely finished full plate of high, like every part of your body is absolutely covered, but it is an exquisite piece of armor that serves its function. Yes. So you have your breastplate available to be sold.
Yeah, I think he's going to be using this as sort of an investment piece. So hopefully somebody will want to invest in him, and then he can get more money to make better armor.
Fantastic. As you kind of finish that up later into the evening, the sun is beginning to go down. Things are a general trill of noise throughout this village as people are excited for tomorrow, but it's not hectic yet. There is just that kind of static energy to people in preparation. And as you take a moment in the kind of the cool breeze of the autumn evening setting in, standing outside your workshop next to that statue of Dolmar Broadstrike, you see that inscribed underneath it is the phrase, honor your community with reliable works. And that is something that you very much have been working and striving towards as you have finished this key piece that outshines any of the buckets of nails, the axe heads, the pitchfork heads, anything like that, horseshoes. You have indeed worked for reliable products that are good, that are solid. As you lot go about your final day of preparations, dealing with some of the locals, dealing with some of the foreigners, and yourselves preparing your goods to be sold at the market, night does come, settling in. The noise, while still slightly static, does decrease as people are inside buildings, shuttered away, keeping a light muffle between all. Right about midnight, you begin to hear a bell ringing, echoing, a warning bell from the northwest. As people begin to clamor out, opening windows, stepping out of buildings, and looking, yes, right there at that red ping, you see that there is a torch lit up in that tower, and it's being swung left and right, just arcing back and forth as from up there you have that brassy knell kind of just filling out across the village like waves across a shore as an alarm is being raised. Osric, what do you do?
Oh, Ozark's gonna probably start awake and roll out of bed really quickly and run out just to training is gonna kick in and go out and see what the commotion is.
Okay. As you go,
Grabbing any weapon that he may have next to him.
Yep. Okay, grabbing something no more akin to like a cleaver, a short sword. You get yourself up and out, and as you do so, not getting like the full kit assembled on, just grabbing something in hand to make sure that you are at least partially armed. People begin to flood out from some of the buildings further to the west as they rush out across the cobblestone road and begin making their way. You hear call outs of parents to children or to their elders of trying to usher them onward. Quick, quick, get to the church, get to the church, as they are uncertain as to what's going on, but they seem to know that in times of need, gathering at the most fortified building within the center, where everyone can be together, it seems to be the default plan when an alarm goes off. So you have this small salmon flood of people from your side of the village making their way towards the town center.
The soldier in me would say, wherever they're running to, I'm running for what they're running from. So if the light is at that tower, what did you say it was here?
Yes.
Okay. That would be where I would be going because they would know where the danger is coming from.
Okay. So as you start heading towards that watchtower, hearing the noise, seeing the light swaying back and forth, you can go ahead and move yourself up into that region. As I'm going to pull us down to Brox. Brox, you hear the din of that bell distorted a bit more as you're at the far end of the village, but you definitely hear it. There is some commotion coming from your neighbors to the east as the panic all around as people are beginning to kick up is causing some of the steer, some of the donkeys, the horses to themselves get nervous. Some of them clopping around, others giving off whinnies and neighs, others bumping into their stalls, as generally the animals too are reacting in dismay to what's going on. What do you do, Brox?
Um, I'm going to. I will run outside of the workshop, sort of see to my neighbours and make sure they're all okay. Knowing the protocol of getting to the temple, I'm going to start helping people around me, sort of get themselves sorted and get them on the way to the temple. And just sort of try get everybody in the surrounding houses to make sure people are awake and are aware that this is going on.
Okay. As you do so, please make an athletics test for me. An athletics check.
Yeah. So this will be a. So my modifier is a +1, but my bonus is a +2. Oh no, that's just me being silly. So an 11.
An 11, okay. As you are working the crowds, trying to help them get in that direction, it's a bit laborious, but nothing bad happens along the way. You manage to keep people on their feet. Nobody gets trampled. No one ends up, getting kicked by a horse or anything. You manage to get your neighbors all moving up towards the center of town, trying to get everyone to the village. As or to the temple, as most of the village is moving towards the temple. Devin, there's there is chaos as people are flooding in to the temple. What do you
Devin
do?
was Devin was just finished burning the midnight oil for the preparations of this festival. When he hears the bell ringing, as soon as he hears the bell ringing, he sighs a little bit and says, "Go time," and we will open the doors, go into the back stocks, get some blankets, get some potential starting rations and waters for those who might be panicked. He'll get out some uh, first aid supplies, whatever it may be here, uh, just to be out ready and prepared for any potential conflict. And he is just greeting people as they enter through the doors, giving them giving them a place of their own in this temple.
Okay. I would like you to make your choice, either a persuasion check or a history check. Persuasion is more the social aspect of keeping people calm. History is going to be more of learning from the past, knowing how this is supposed to go, knowing mistakes that are likely to happen, and trying to do this situation better than it has been handled in the past. Which would you like, persuasion or history?
While doing better than the past is always important, I think the primary priority should be staying calm so we can plan better for the future.
Congratulations. Your persuade is a lower DC than the history. And yeah, that's a good thing too. So as you manage to keep people calm as they're coming in, um, there is naturally the chaos that would be happening. There is not any stellar moment of gained advantage as you move forward, but you do keep things from getting worse. As you are dealing with the flocks of people, we will once more pull our camera up and away. As previously described, the salmon flow of villagers heading towards the temple. Really, Osric, you are the salmon going upstream of the flow of people, heading off towards this watchtower. And if you give me a moment, I will adjust our future map. So, Osric, as you move against the flow of people up towards this watchtower, you see that there is a large hyena-like humanoid, a gnoll, that has begun to make its way up to the base of the tower. From up top, you can see that there is the guard that has stopped waving the torch back and forth and has instead pulled out a bow that they have up there and has begun shooting down at the gnoll on approach. However, as they do so, leaning out over the tower to shoot at it, you see popping up from a hill next door that there is another of these savage, monstrous humanoids that they themselves are an archer, and they pull up an arrow, they shoot it, and you see the guard on the watchtower takes it in the shoulder, damaging him, causing him to peel back. At that point, you have this more melee Knoll moving on up, looking like he's about to like go up into the watchtower. So, Osric, what would you like to do as you see these two threats on the battlefield?
Gonna probably try to protect the archer in the tower. Even though I know the Knoll Hunter's there, but with his bow,
Hmm.
if the guy in the tower dies, then he won't be able to shoot back at anything else.
Okay. Fantastic. So you can go ahead and move and take your actions as you will in combat. You'll be going first, then our gnolls, and then our watchtower guard. And then, actually, for the watchtower guard's first volleys, our gnoll warrior is going to be starting bloodied.
Well, 30 feet gets me just there.
Okay.
And you said the weapon that I picked up would have been a short sword,
Would have been
like
a short sword. Yep.
okay. Um, so I'm gonna try to attack with that.
Yeah. Go ahead. That's either strength or dexterity based.
It's going to be strength. Oh, yep,
15 will
yeah,
hit.
15.
And that is going to do a d6 plus modifier damage.
Looks like it gives a 4.
Awesome. So as you come in, chopping at this knoll from behind, it kind of turns rearing on you, hisses at you. Anything else on your turn? As once again, you are a very low level soldier.
Very low level soldier. I go, "Ah, I hit it.
No problems. With that, we will go to our Knowles. The one that was going to go up the watchtower now turns back on you and is going to be making a singular attack upon you. That is a 12 to hit.
That's going to be a hit.
That's going to be a hit. As this thing chops down, biting at you, I need you to go ahead and make a religion test for me.
Pigeon test. That was a good
Boy.
roll.
Okay, nice. So, as you are running to the aid of this guard out in the fray, you see that statue far to the east of this little battlefield begins to glow. It begins to whoosh, 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 as this cyan blue, soft, pale light shines out from it like a halo. As it does that, there is this almost melodic script that finds its way through your ears. Self-sufficiency begets dependability. I kid you not. Because you came here on your own to be of service, you have earned the blessing of our first saint, Morin Costal. You may immediately level up to Ranger 3 or Rogue 3. Additionally, you may increase some of your ability scores. You have a +4 bonus and a +2 bonus, and they must go to Dexterity, Wisdom, or Intelligence. Okay, so as you have processed that, we have the shining light coming out from this statue of Morin Costal. You hear this cry piercing through the air as a spiritual hawk begins to circle on down. As it does so, it brings this energy flooding towards you as you begin to become wrapped in this glowing studded leather armor. In your offhand that isn't holding the cleaver blade, you see that this bow forms, a quiver across your back as the blessings of this saint begin to empower your body as well as better equip you for what is to come. What options did you select for your level up?
So I decided to go to Ranger and take the Beastmaster um, subclass, and the Hawk is going to be my Beast of the Sky coming down to um, help me out.
Fantastic.
With the bonuses that I was given, um, I now have a dexterity score of 14, and my wisdom is 12.
Wonderful. As that happens, the uh, companion of Costal coming to aid you, the Knoll Hunter on the hill, is not so impressed as he's going to take another shot at the guardsman up top. That shot coming down in is actually going to get caught in the rafters of the cover that he has up there. With that, we do go to that archer's turn, and he is going to shoot down back at the hunter. And he is going to be doing 8 points of damage to the hunter. That is a flat number. Every round that the guardman survives, he will do 8 damage to one target, favoring ranged targets. As we loop back to the top of our initiative, we now have the Saints empowered Osric. Osric, what's going on?
Uh, well, I'm going to look down at all of this stuff that just appeared on me and say, wow, that is amazing. Helps. And swing at that knoll again. And I miss.
Unfortunately, you do so. You're still getting used to this new body. As we I'm sorry, I was about to continue on. Are you good to continue on?
The bow in my other hand kind of threw my aim off a little bit. But
Okay.
yes, good to continue on.
Okay, with your new hardened body, the Null Warrior will make another rend attack at you and entirely miss this time, as both of you are blinded by the light in this situation, dealing with this new reality that is not what we thought would have just happened with him butchering you. However, that light has nothing to do with our Knoll Hunter, who does get a shot off on our guardsman. He takes a second arrow. If he takes one more hit, he will be falling. But he returns fire, getting another 8 points of damage on the Knoll Hunter as they are kind of popping up and down using the cover of the watchtower as well as the slant down of the hill as they are, harrying back and forth. This is not how this was supposed to go. The Knoll Hunter was supposed to keep the guardsman occupied while his buddy crawled up from underneath and just butchered him up in the tower. This is not their plan. Osric, it's back to you.
Um, when in doubt, just keep swinging. So let me another another swing at that.
A 16 will hit.
All right. That's going to give it 7.
Fantastic. That is going to heavily damage it. However, we have forgotten the hawk last time. You
It's
didn't use your bonus action, so you can command the hawk as a bonus action to go attack people. So the hawk
yes.
currently needs 2 actions.
Well, it's going to swoop down and attack the Knoll Hunter on its way
Mhm.
to help me out with the other one. And so to attack the Knoll Hunter, I guess we'd do a 1d20 on that. Yeah.
It's a D20 plus your spell attack modifier, so proficiency plus wisdom. Okay, so I believe your proficiency plus wisdom is a +3.
Uh, yes.
Okay, so a 7 is going to miss the hunter swooping down last turn, but does manage to get down and can get into flanking with you on this guy for an attack at advantage for this turn as we build back up from that snafu.
Okay. And it's going to probably miss with a 5.
Well, it is with advantage, so go ahead and roll once more.
Oh, hey,
And
16.
that will hit. So that's going to
Okay.
be 1d3 plus 4 damage for you. Yeah.
Believe it's a D4.
Yeah, 1d4
1d4 plus
because I don't know my numbers. Nothing in 5e uses a D3, Josh.
Numbers are fine.
uh, so it's +3 plus your wisdom modifier, right?
Mhm.
So that's going to be 4 plus
And
4, so 7.
that's going to take him out. How would you like the spiritual hawk that is like the herald of this saint to finish off the enemy that you've been fighting against?
So that hawk just comes down and rakes its claws along the back of that knoll and then swoops around with a cry and lands on my shoulder.
Fantastic. Seeing the danger of the hawk, our Knoll Hunter will divert from shooting up top to shooting at you, Osric.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit for 5 damage.
It's definitely going to hit. I did not increase my hit points yet, but it's with Ranger. They have the D10, so it would
D10.
basically be um, 6 plus my con, right?
Your total hit points is going to be 10 plus 6 plus 6. So that's 22 plus 3 times your con.
So 25.
25. So
Yes.
as you take a glancing below, dipping your shoulder out of the way, as the Knoll Hunter takes his attention from the archer up top, it gives that archer enough time to get a final shot off, hits him in the head, drops that Knoll down to the ground. And then wounded up top, the guard shouts down to you, "There's more coming. These were just scouts. I saw them underneath me, but there's more moving in the distance. You have to inform everyone else. There's a lot more coming."
You good up there?
Yeah, I'll be fine. He lies.
Okay. Um, I will start running back towards the um church where everybody would be going to inform and see if we can find some help if there's more coming.
So as we head back towards the church, we are going to be having both Devin and Brox at the church dealing with all of the people. One of you dealing with them as they're here and trying to get them all settled. Another getting people ushered through the village up into the temple. Brox, as you approach the temple, you're going to notice that the statue just outside, the statue to Breoma, is lightly glowing and pulsing.
The statue here.
Yes, as you have moved up that way.
Yeah. I'm gonna sort of I'm gonna sort of acknowledge it. But I'm on a mission now to make sure everybody, if the soldiers are dealing with the threat, then I can at least help get everybody inside. So I'm still sort of rounding people up, even if that means going back out into the rest of the city.
Okay. I would like you to make a perception check for me.
That will be a 15.
Okay. You notice that soldiers have begun to try to form a bit of a uh, outer ring, trying to get an idea of where exactly all these threats are coming from. There are a small group that are at the current temple, but they're more so trying to get an eye on what is going on and trying to prevent things from getting into the center of the village to begin harming people there.
Do they look confident?
They Some of them look confident. The ones kind of leading other groups look a bit confident, but overall, there is a sense of uncertainty as they're not even entirely certain as to what they're opposing yet.
Okay. Um,
Hmm.
the uncertainty doesn't sit well. Um, I'm going. Brox is going to run to his shop, get his hammer, and put on the armor he's just made.
Okay. As you run back to your shop and begin this process, getting the breastplate on is a slightly time consuming thing. It's not an instantaneous thing. So as you are working on that process, we'll pull you back down to your shop and then we will take a look in at the temple. Uh, Devin, as people are now fully here, you have done the best you can in order to deal with them. You notice that there are others that are running back out into the village away from the temple. While many are here, there are those that are leaving. What would you like to be doing in this time of need of everyone around you?
Did all the um, incoming arrivals for the festival get here?
No, there's a small list of people that are not yet here that have reserved spots and locations. Um, Sometimes people arrive day of, but people that are like buying uh, slots around the market and things like that, they tend to be here ahead of time getting things set up. So the fact that some people are missing is a bit troublesome.
All right. I'd ask some soldiers to keep an eye on the people already here. As I move past, I'd try to persuade people to. It's better to stay together. We don't know what's out there yet, but we'll be fine if we're together. And I think I'm gonna take my list and try to find these people that have not made it here yet.
Okay. As you step out of the temple, the statue next to your temple gives this kind of still light glow to it. Others have taken this as a sign of warding, of protection, of a beacon of sanctuary. But you've worked in the temple for a long time, and at no point have you spoken with any of like the basic clergy about like there being protections like that. This is an austere sight for you.
Okay, this is not in the protocols. Um, are people like around it, or are people? If people are around it, I'm gonna tell them to go into the temple. I'll approach.
Go ahead and make another persuasion roll, trying to get people to leave what might be a protective beacon that they are superstitiously believing, which makes sense. There's a visual thing going on.
It's pretty close to the temple, actually. I think, I think it might help.
Wi-
Maybe.
With that,
I have never before, guys.
they become all the more adamant of staying here that Bryoma will protect us. to to leave Bryoma is to deny their protection and to have less faith than they deserve.
That's fair. Who am I to get between you and your faith? I just if danger does come, do be prepared. Does Brayoma's statue have a plaque that says something?
Yes, they all have a plaque that says something. Bryomas says service to others is service to all.
Just make sure you watch out for each other as Brayoma would preach. All right?
Please make a religion check.
Oh dear. Good talk, guys.
With that,
I need my
the
fifth.
statue continues to kind of glow and undulate, but your kind of offhanded giving up on them as you go does not earn you Brayoma's blessing, as
Yeah,
others of your party may eventually earn it, but you have not earned Brayoma's blessing.
yeah. I'm searching for these incoming arrivals.
Okay, go ahead and make a perception check for me as you are reading everything, trying to figure out through the chaos.
It's so dark out
Dude,
here.
it is so dark out here.
So tired.
As you are
Let's
out in the darkness, there is this bumping and shuffling back and forth. You eventually get knocked over. Someone almost knees you in the face on accident as you are far shorter than the bulk of the population. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
11.
Okay. With that, you manage to kind of twist with the blow, kind of roll through to your feet. And as you kind of like stumble forward a couple steps, you see from the north, breaking the tree line, there are two hunched figures, quadrupedal, larger, stockier shoulders in the front and a head that droops down low, as it seems like two panthers, two lions, two wolves, two beasts are beginning to stalk out of the woods. What do you do?
Are there still people like running around me?
Uh, There is a slow flood of people moving by you towards the temple, but there is a large congregation about that glowing shrine of Breoma.
Okay, that's not ideal. Um, hey everyone, let's all gather around. I think we should all. Oh dear. I think we should all look out for each other, okay? I think let's uh yeah, let's start making a lot of noise, okay? We're gonna be very active, guys. Let's start. Does anyone know what Breoma's glowing? Does anyone know what Breoma's rights are? Who
I
can
would
lead
like you
us in chant?
I would like you to
I
make
can.
a persuasion with disadvantage. The disadvantage is because you have already failed to convince them of something.
Alright, disadvantage. 19.
Okay.
Let's
With
scare,
that,
let's scare
despite the
whatever darkness may be out there with song and incants and rituals. All right, good job, guys.
despite the fact that you could not convince them to move elsewhere, as you are fumbling through trying to play into their own faith, they give out large cheers. They give out this kind of this almost spout of enthusiasm. And with that, the two quadrupedal beasts coming from the woods, hearing this and seeing this influx of energy, kind of like skitter backwards a little bit, veer to the side, and begin to move around the village in a clockwise direction as they kind of move beyond your line of sight behind some of the buildings on the north side of the square. Um, but it seems that you playing into this element has scared off these beasts, at least for the moment.
Okay. Okay. Um, good job, guys. That was quite a performance.
uh, at this uproar of noise, this is where both Osric and Brox will be making their way back to the town square. As you both see this statue glowing, and a flood of people around it that are scaring away the darkness by their prayer and enthusiasm.
Oh my god.
What do y'all do?
As
Do
Osric
I
comes huffing into the square, he just starts yelling, "Noel's attacking!"
Okay. As additional information
do,
comes to some of our other more active members of the community, those in the center, like one dude stands up on the statue and just calls out, "And we'll do it together. We stay here. We'll stay proud and adamant. We will survive this together. Hear me." And an NPC is going to try and claim the blessing of
oh
the
bet.
saint.
Bet.
With that, the divine light shines from the statue as you see Brioma's blessing gifted to this NPC, just this farmer man, big Adam's apple, crooked neck, huge nose. And as he calls out, you see like these divine vestments wrap around him, a holy symbol hanging from his neck, this kind of twisted shepherd's staff in hand. And as he does so, everyone gives this uproar of Brioma's blessing upon us as he, in this
Oh my god.
unexpected moment, kind of like looks around, not understanding what's going on, and then looks down to two buff individuals. We've got Osric the soldier, and now the village blacksmith running up in like this refined breastplate that he has self-made and is gonna battle test. As he looks down to the two of you, there's this like befuddled moment. Everyone's ecstatic, but he is looking to you wide-eyed and yearning of like, I don't bloody know what to do.
Osric also has the spiritual.
Osric is kind of glowing
Yeah.
spiritually. Yeah.
All right, bet.
Look
There's
over it. Embrace it, lads. It helps.
As you
Perhaps
lot,
you
oh,
should
go ahead.
perhaps you should use this blessing and protect your people from inside the temple. Take them inside and use your blessing in there.
He's gonna go ahead and make an insight roll for his new and improved insight. And with a 20, he very like, oh yeah, no, that's the good idea. We're idiots for being out here. As he begins to
I
shepherd them.
did this.
And so he shepherds them into the temple. As long as the temple itself is not assaulted, you lot can return here, as there's now a level 3 cleric that can heal your wounds.
Oh, let's go. Thank God. I have so much anxiety. Guys, Osric, you're here. You're here. You're the mercenary, right? You helped the town.
Soldiers sent by the king to defend the town. And
I saw some panthers. They're stalking the in between these buildings now.
which
Is that
direction?
I should know?
There's gnolls coming from the northwest.
That's not good.
Prepare for an attack.
Ah, all the all the rights I could make won't get here in time. Do you have any insight? I need to find these people. These people have not arrived at the temple.
As we're around the statue, can we see to the caravan set up to the west?
Yeah, as you
East.
look that way, there's a lot of darkness between you and there, but they have their campfire burning, and it kind of provides a backlight. As you see between the different caravans, there's the bodyguards, the soldiers that have been hired on, that are like positioned at those points as they are like on guard, uncertain as to what's going on, but they are trying to fortify themselves there.
The people in them caravan do not seem to be aware of the situation. We should tell them what's happening and get them to the temple as quickly as possible.
I would definitely go over and let them know. Maybe those guys that have the weapons could help us defend against these gnolls coming.
Yes, agreed.
I could
If
probably
you
talk
if
to
you see those statues glowing, look at them. There's one that's over by the watchtower that gave me this armor and this bow, and I feel a lot stronger now.
I don't know. I don't know about that. Everyone was looking at this one. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened for him to get this whatever. I don't know. It was just all so very fast.
I saw the glowing. I don't know what he did with this statue, but it definitely did something for him.
All right. Let's
As you
go.
lot discuss and begin to move over towards the east, uh, you lot see the final moments of this charging forward of a number of these quadrupedal beasts uh, charging towards the caravan as a cry goes out from some of the guards. They like throw up a shield. One of them gets plowed to the ground as the others turn to face. As you move in this direction, the caravan gets attacked. At the same time, you yourselves are backlit as a glow begins to happen from the other side of the village. The farms have begun to burn.
It's not good. It's autumn. We kind of need that last harvest. Oh, this is gonna be so much paperwork.
And with that, I will
Uh,
pull us on over to our merchants. As you lot are on the approach, I will go ahead and murder one of our guards. as we are going to be adding onto the battlefield a giant hyena and 2 smaller hyenas. And I need
Oh,
everyone to roll for initiative.
all right. What's this big boss's name again?
His
The one
name
who
is Glenn Bowden,
Glenn Bowden.
and they're going to be going on
Let's-
initiative 5.
My modifier is -3.
No.
So with our initiative rolled, Devin, you are first to go as you move off in this direction, knowing that working together and getting everyone to safety is the best way to do this, and not everyone has been accounted for. You have seen the beginning of the hyena attack. What do you want to do, Devin?
Oh boy, do I want to run into the mouth of these hyenas? Let's see here. Oh, I can't even get there. All right. Oh boy. I'm gonna dash here. Excuse me, excuse me. Um, Glenn, Mr. Bowden, sir, please. I know you probably asked these kind guards to be here, but the temple is way more defensible. Look, we already suffered some losses here, please.
Has the only die roll you've made this entire game been a persuasion roll?
Yes, kind
I
of.
guess there was one religion. Make a persuasion roll.
11.
You're not doing your job to protect me and my own. I requested that
This is what you
mercenaries
get
work and he
for
refused to come here. This is what you get for not protecting me.
That'll be my turn.
Okay, we go to the southern hyena, which is going to charge in on these two guys. However, as he charges in, they have both held their actions for attacks. And with that, they are going to skewer him. So that hyena gets skewered as it rushes in, no longer having the surprise. However, the giant hyena pushes through, having taken out the guard on that side, gets inside the ring and just brutally murders Glenn. As Glenn is yelling at you about this is what you the mouth chomps down on his shoulder. Fangs pierce the front and back of the neck. He crumples to the ground as the hyena's head jerks back and forth. As, let's be honest, I don't know if any of us are upset about this.
Not really.
However, we come to his turn on the initiative, which is also when his guards go. Um, and all of those guards are going to move in on the big one if they can. And they are all going to attack the big one. That's going to be 3 attacks there. That's going to be a single hit. And when these guys hit, they're doing 5 damage each. So they barely begin to work into this thing, and then the one on the ground, the one that can't fully get at the hyena, he is going to grab Glenn Bowden, and he's going to begin to try to pull him back out to safety, getting him away. Barax, we go to your turn as the caravan is being mutilated.
I am going to, because I'm an orc, I have an ability called Adrenaline Rush, so I can dash as a bonus action, and I also gain a number of temporary hit points equal to my proficiency bonus. What's my proficiency bonus as a level 0?
+2.
So I get a +2 to temporary, and then I can dash 60 feet. And then can I just throw my hammer? My
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be a strength check. This is not how hammers are supposed to be used, so you don't get your proficiency. So this is just a strength check.
Yeah. +1.
It's a
Natural 20.
Oh my
crit.
god.
Okay, it's still crit damage. This is just a blacksmithing hammer, right?
Yeah,
So this
yeah.
is gonna be 2d6 plus 1.
So 8 damage.
How do you wanna kill him? With your
Let's go.
blacksmithing crit thrown weapon.
Um, I'm gonna take off sprinting, um, and I'm gonna sort of like spin the hammer above my head before flinging it, or like spin my full body around like throwing a shock put, and just crumple the hyena.
Okay. As you crit, taking this thing out in a single hit, um, you're going to see that the temple, not the temple, the shrine on the other side of this caravan, it begins to glow. It begins to give off light, as this is the shrine of Jirax.
Um, yeah, that's my turn. I can't do anything else now.
Okay, Osric.
Oh, well, I'm going to um, see if the only thing that's left is that giant hyena, correct?
Yes, that is the only enemy left.
Okay. Um, I'm going to try to get a clear line of sight to it. I'm right here. Would I be able to see it through the
Yeah,
wagon and everything?
yeah,
Okay.
you're good.
And then um, I am going to this thing looks big and strong and mean, so I'm gonna give it my all and throw a hunter's mark on it.
Ooh.
Just because from that thing, it just magically went into my head that said, "Hey, this has a hunter's mark." Uh,
Hunt this thing down.
so yes, I will absolutely give it a first level casting. I'm going to shoot it with the amazing short bow that I have here,
Yeah.
or not.
A natural one. As you draw back, but you realize that the arrow phases out of your hand. Your faith is not strong enough. You're trying to figure out how to both hold the bow, get a spiritual arrow, get it all set up. It's a learning curve.
It is. Yes. Oh, wonky.
Okay. End of turn.
That is end of turn. The Osiris or the hawk is just going to stay with me currently.
Okay. Devin, you have tried to make an argument with Glenn Bowden and witnessed him pay for the repercussions of his self ego.
Is he like 100% dead?
He is bleeding out, gagging, as there's a lot of arterial blood currently flowing from his neck.
All right, I'll back away slowly, facing this hyena. Uh, but but these guys are also gonna die if I do that. 2 are already dead. No, 1's already dead. Oh my Glenn. All right, I'm gonna grab one of his textiles, one of his self-proclaimed textiles. I am going to set it on fire and throw it at this hyena. I
Okay.
think, Mr. Bowden, I'm sorry.
Make a
You took my
dexterity
guards.
check.
You took my guards. 4. It
As it
hurts.
as it flares out, flaming on the ground, you missed the attack. However, upon taking the textiles and deliberately burning them, the statue glows a little bit more.
What is even Drax about? That will be. I'm gonna stand here next to this fire. That'll be my turn.
You are a local. You work at the temple. Go ahead and make a religion check for me. you may just know. Yeah, Drax. Their script is true power leaves a permanent mark around you.
Rox, you would be pretty powerful, right? You're pretty powerful working smithing.
I
I don't
try.
know. I think you should probably be powerful. Okay. All right. Good
Well,
talk. Good
as
talk.
as the statue has seemed to react to both a crit one-shotting an enemy, as well as the deliberate destruction of an item, we will continue on to our hyena, our giant hyena, and on its turn, it is going to attack and just destroy another guard.
Oh.
We go to the guards. Uh, the two remaining guards there will both make their attacks. If they hit, they will be doing 5 damage each. And that is 1 hit, as they are harassing the hyena, but they're not doing all that much consistent damage to it. The guard over his employer is going to attempt to stabilize him with a medicine check, and he succeeds, as he is there, hands and knees. He's grabbed another of the textiles, and like he is just clamping it down on this dude's neck, holding and pushing and pushing and holding. With that, we go to Brox.
Right. I'm gonna run 10 feet and pick up my. Oh, I've lost myself. I'm gonna run 10 feet and pick up my hammer. 10, 15, 20, go to there. 30. Oh, it's not like this is on the inside of this wagon. It's not like pinched between the two.
It is inside the ring of the wagons. There is space behind it.
Yeah. But it's, yeah. So if I was to push the wagon, it wouldn't hit it.
I mean, you could try and turn the wagon over onto it.
Um,
But yeah, just
yeah.
just pushing it forward, following the wheels, it would not be hit by either of the wagons. In order to hit it with the wagon, you'd have to try and flip it over onto it.
Yeah. I've made like axles for wagons before. If I move another 5 feet and if I move there and just stand behind it, can I sort of hammer, like try hit the back of the wheel off, hit the back of the wheel so the wheel comes off, and then just tip the wagon onto it?
You can certainly try. What tool proficiencies do you have?
Um, smithing, I think, just smithing.
Just smithing? Okay.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
An 8.
An 8. You have begun to damage the back wheel of the wagon, but it is not so much so to immediately bust it off and drop it onto this creature.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
I'm
Osric.
technically
Oh, yep.
behind the wagon.
Yes, you are behind the wagon. We are good. Osric.
Um, well, I'm going to shoot that short bow directly at that hyena again, or attempt to anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe I can get the arrow to fly. Maybe not.
Unfortunately, that is another miss.
I'm going to say, Hawk, go attack that thing.
That's gonna hit.
All right. Okay. So
Hawk is going to be the MVP of this entire Saints and Sacrifices.
Aha.
Okay.
So it's gonna fly over there, get it, and then fly back up a little bit out of its range.
Okay. Does this
Since it
thing
has
have flyby?
flyby, yeah,
Awesome.
it has flyby.
Awesome. Awesome. With that, we continue on to Devin. Devin, you've seen that the carpet did something, but it didn't hurt the giant hyena. What's going on?
All right. Can I like scooch underneath this wagon and do a help on Brox? Brox, you're our last hope, I think.
Sure.
Brox, I believe in you. Just I'll hold this light. I got it from the fire. I'll hold this light for you.
Okay. My hyena is gonna take out another guard.
No.
We are down to 2 guards remaining. Only one between you and the hyena's wrath. As we continue on, that one guard gets a crit. He's gonna do 10 damage as the hyena, distracted by this little critter crawling about, seeing you as like
No.
a dog sees a rabbit. It opens up this opportunity for the guard to stab him in like the upper shoulder. Um, and then the one guard that stabilized Glenn Bowden is going to rush up and he is going to make his attack as well. And he misses. Brox, you have the help action to try to drop this wagon on it.
So I can roll my strength check with advantage.
Yes, you can.
Oh, an 11.
I was putting that at a DC 10 on the second attempt. We went from 15 and then I was going to go down to 10 and 5 as you did successive damage. So yeah, the 11 does it. As this wagon turns over, our giant hyena is going to make a dexterity saving throw for half damage. Fails. Go ahead and roll 4d8 damage for me.
Oh, 48 at level 0? That's wonderful.
17.
You smash the back end of this creature. It's keeping itself alive, but this thing is not going to be able to run away effectively, as you have done a vast amount of damage. The wagon is now overturned. As the wagon overturns, oh no. Let's roll percentile. Oh, this is bad. A bunch of textiles dump out into the area. And as they dump out, they dump into the fire, causing a burst of flame to fill the area. And similar to the self-sufficiency earlier, this is enough destruction, leaving a permanent mark on the area for Brox for you to get a free religion check.
Religion. Okay. Just a straight roll. A 14.
14. With that, as the continually growing cyan glow of the statue of Jyrix issues out, this beam fills the area as it cascades down upon you, kind of all arcing, like almost like magic missiles in your direction. You are going to have in the hand that currently isn't holding one of your smithing hammers, this crooked Chris dagger, almost looks like a cultist ritual dagger, begins to take place there. As you are going to gain the blessing of Jyrix. You're going to get to choose to either become a level 3 sorcerer or a level 3 warlock, and you are going to get to increase 2 ability scores, 1 by 4 and 1 by 2, of charisma, constitution, and intelligence. We will give you a moment to do that. Okay, so as this light strikes upon you and you get this kind of crisp dagger glowing with arcane power, what blessings did you receive?
So I took 3 levels in Warlock. I put my Charisma up by 4, and I put my Constitution up by 2. Um, yeah.
Cool, cool. Well, that is your action. Dropping this wagon onto the giant hyena, the legs splay out, billets of material enter the fire, erupting out all around. You have the rest of your turn at your disposal.
Okay then. As my bonus action, I will use my new found power to make my blacksmith hammer into my packed weapon.
Fantastic.
And yeah, it will glow with the same blue light.
Nice. I would it would trigger an attack of opportunity, but I would back up and away if you don't want to possibly take some fire damage at the end of your turn.
Yes. Um, Another thing as well is the armor I've got on. Does
Hmm.
that give me anything?
Yeah, you're wearing breastplate.
Cool, because with my dexterity, without armor, my armor class is 7.
And with the breastplate, your armor class becomes what? 11?
11. Yeah.
Nice. It's not often that you have an armor class of 11 with breastplate.
Yeah.
Well, as you back up and away, you do have 3/4 cover from most of the wagon being between you and this creature. So for this one attack, it's an armor class of 16. Unfortunately, I got a 20.
Oh
So
no.
as you turn to leave, you trip falling on the ground. Your leg kicks out, and this thing grabs onto your ankle and then shakes and pulls as you have to kick it off of your ankle, standing back up as you move away, as that is a ton of damage on an attack of opportunity.
Okay, then it can um make a dexterity saving throw.
Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
I got a 9.
Yeah, that fails. So it will take 20 fire damage.
As you blow its head clean off. We'll say that the other guards take a little bit of fire damage as they clear out of the fire, um, ending the initiative as they look around. Everything's burning. The person that employed them is down, a bloody mess of a towel around them. As they look to all of you, we should have bloody went to the temple.
Let's go to the temple now, please. Let's go. Good
I'm,
job, Rox. Oh my
I'm,
god.
I'm gonna run round to what was his name? I never met
Glenn
this guy.
Bowden.
Bowden. I'm gonna use my healing light on him. I have a pool of 46, so I can heal him for D6. One, one. He gets healed 1 hit point.
It's enough to like allow him to be conscious enough to like put 25% of his weight on his feet as the guards grab either arm and they're like conveying him back to the village center and the temple. As you gather back at this destination, you see that there is still burning coming from the other side of the village. You now hear the clamor of guards as there seems to be a kind of a front line of battle that has taken up trying to separate the burning part of the village from the rest of you as there's active battle going on in that direction. As you get the 2 injured guards and Glenn Bowden to the temple, people panicked as you're coming in, but in addition to like the basic clergy that are more here for like mundane spiritual purposes, you have this blessed farmer of Bryoma that kind of looks to all of you. Uh, who needs aid? I believe I can help any of those that are going out and fighting the good fight. Who needs aid?
Well,
I
Brox
could
needs
use
it
some
more
aid.
than I do, but I could use a little if you got any left.
Yes, of course, of course. And he's gonna use 2 first level spells on a healing, a cure wounds for each of you. So Barox will go first. You heal 8 hit points, and then he also heals 17
Yes.
as he probably just sees Brox as the local blacksmith, and he is far more fervent in his like, yes, heroic soldier, you will help us, as his magic was the opposite that it needed to be.
Oh,
As he looks to Brock, seeing that you're still got a severe limp in your leg, like, uh, do you still need assistance?
It's fine. It's fine. I can look after myself. Keep your assistance for the less fortunate.
Very well, very well, yes. So,
And I'll just use a little healing light on myself.
okay.
Oh, nice.
That's me back at full now.
Wonderful. As you lot take this slight reprieve of a moment, you see that there's that combat line to one side. What are your concerns? Where do you wish to help out? What do you wish to do in this time of need?
Um, just while we're healing and stuff, we're like stood around for at least a minute, right?
Yeah,
I'd like to use magical cunning and regain that pack slot that I just spent.
totally.
Um, well, there's the people on your list. Where around in the village would they be?
Those that are on Devin's list, they would be, if you knew that they were here, you would check for them at the market square. So back in the direction where Osric had initially investigated earlier in the day, that is where they would locally go to, based off of where they have slotted into the festival.
During this time of rest for our heroes here, I'm gonna go into my office area and I'm gonna search my records for these statues to see if I can dig up any information I have on them. Who wants to be a hero? We have apparently 3 statues left. All right, let's find some. Let's find some people for them. Oh
and I
my
see
goodness,
4 statues, but
4 statues. One,
wait,
two,
no, 3.
three, and then Drax, and then this bow guy,
Yes,
and then
There are 6
this.
statues total. You lot have gained the blessings of 3 of them, one of them going to an NPC. Go ahead and make an
Yes.
investigation roll for me. This is being set at a lower DC of 8 to see if you can find information in a timely manner. Yeah. So, in a timely manner, you will find information. First, we'll start with the market square. That is the Saint of Fabir says. And written on the bottom of it, once again, is knowledge and culture connects us to the rest of the world. You have Dulmar Broadstrike down by the smithy. Honor your community with reliable works. And then finally, over by the ranches, you have that of Zoltrak. And Zoltrak, society is built on the backs of beasts.
Yay! What does this mean? All right. That's what I'm doing. I'll relay that to our heroes here. I'll relay that to the actual. I'll relay that to the entire group in
Okay.
this temple here.
As you do
All
so,
right, guys.
oh, good.
Oh, continue, please.
As you do so, there are the basic clergy of this place that are more clerical work. But hearing what has happened, having had some time while you were away to speak with the farmer that has gained this blessing, one of the local priests says, "It seems like in this time of need, the old heroes are coming to aid us, but you need to get their attention somehow. You need to be seen by them in order for the power to be channeled. Um, if you can get one of their attentions, you too might be able to gain one of their blessings."
Yes, yes, as the clergyman said, any volunteers to help potentiate yourself to the safety of our town.
Let me get this straight. As opposed to trying to claim one for yourself, you're trying to get more NPCs to level up. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I would like you to make a general
Paper pusher,
charisma
my guy.
roll.
A charisma roll? Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just a paper pusher. Oh no! It one lower would have been fine.
One lower would have
Throw
been
this
fine. As our halfling has failed to get their natural 1 to get to reroll instead of 2, brings you up to a 3. While you have wish to empower them, I'll be honest, a DC 5 would have convinced 1, a DC 10 would have
Yeah.
convinced 2, and a 15 would have convinced 3. Unfortunately, they look to all of you that are out and fighting and doing the good work already, and they like look to you. If you're not going to do it, I'm not going to do it.
I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. I'm trying.
Unfortunately, all those
Well,
willing to fight and be courageous are already on the front line fighting. So everyone else
all right,
here does not have that willpower.
all right. That's fair enough. Good for you. Um, here I have it here somewhere. Here's my last will.
Osric
Let's
is
go.
going to clamp his hand down on Devin's shoulder and said, "Come on, lad. You said there's some people still not here. Let's go look for them."
Yes, we need to go to the market. Boop,
Okay.
boop, boop, beep, boop, beep.
As you make your way out to the market, Brox, Devin, and Osric, you get there, and at this point, this place is vacant. This place, everyone has had time to flee. No one's here. Notably, some stuff has been knocked over, possibly some stuff has been pillaged in a few cases. But as you get here, there is just this faintest of like attention on this statue. It's not glowing. Nothing has been done to get this saint's attention, but the amount of presence, the amount of pressure that you are under, and the expectation of what has happened in the past naturally brings all 3 of your eyes towards this statue.
All right, let's see if I can get good old attention here.
Once again, Fabir says his plaque states, "Knowledge and culture connects us to the rest of the world."
Well, I mean, to push these different things, I do have to know a bit about the lumber mill, the clergy, even like the common folk who do merchanting. I don't know, but I do have to put a lot of messages out. Try to get help for our town. I'm gonna I'm just gonna try to slap my papers here. Can you help me find these people? I'm worried for them. Just like a little trail light would be fine. Well, maybe not actually, because enemies might see them.
Okay. As this statue has not been activated already, the DC to get the blessing has gone up. However, you have already
Yeah.
failed to get a blessing, which also knocks the DC down. So we have essentially neutralized the up and down mechanics of gaining this thing's attention. Go ahead and make a religion check.
All right, guys, don't worry. SUV. I'm guessing now a 12.
A 22. As you earnestly plead, making your case at what you do for this society and what you want aid in, and you're just trying to help people. It's as opposed to the entire statue glowing, you just have it flare lightly through the eyes. And as that kind of goes through, it then passes over you. As this happens, you're going to find a number of uh, enchanted quills kind of fill around a bandolier over your shoulder as you are going to be the, the fact that you're the one who came here is fantastic. You get to choose between level 3 in Bard or level 3 in Wizard.
Hmm.
And then your +4 and +2 options are dexterity, intelligence, and charisma. Okay, so as you have received the blessing of Fabir says, what have you chosen?
I have chosen to be a level 3 lore bard to, I don't know, help people and know more about them.
Fantastic. And what ability score increases did you grab?
Oh, yes, I chose a +4 to my charisma, making it 16 now, and a +2 to my intelligence, making it 17 now.
Fantastic.
And yes.
Well, as this blessing is given upon you, you hear a couple more bits of pottery clinking. You hear the cracking of a piece of wood. And as you look out from where you are currently standing about the statue, you see that there is the movement of a few more of these knolls around the outsides of this market square. And then at the southern junction, that vertice of the two different lines of stalls, there's a hulking individual picking up and beginning to pocket bag items from here. It seems that while the main battle is occurring to the northwest, a group has gotten behind enemy lines and is beginning to take from the village. As they look up and see you, there was not the giant shine of the statue as there was the previous times. They didn't realize you were here up until the point that you noticed them. There's a couple cackles that are given out, and then a huff and a chuff from one knoll to another as a grin wraps across the face of the hulking leader as it begins to lick its lips and stalk in towards you. And we are going to move into our climactic battle for this one shot. All the knoll warriors are going to be going on a single initiative. Oh no.
They rolled a natural one and I still got beat.
Yeah. Whew. Sorry about that. Well, as the chops lick, as they look to each other and wish to feast upon you, Osric, you get to go first.
Osric is going to look around and say, "Oh, that's not good." He is going to immediately cast a hunter's mark on that null pack lord, and then um, he is going to uh, kind of just move to the side right here, and so he could be away from um, more of the nulls, and then shoot the null pack lord. Attempt to it. See if the short short bow's uh, doing its thing now.
Oh, yes, it is.
Ooh.
It's doing it with a crit.
Is doing it with a crit.
Okay. After the multiple failures of using this spirit bow, you see this threat and immediately hone in. What is this moment like as you get a stellar shot after having so much trouble with the spiritual bow of your saint?
So Osric is going to just fall back on that short string bow, and um, which kind of looks like a normal longbow on him, and then fire it off directly at that Null Pack Lord and say, "Not this town." And then it will streak in its spiritual light straight at the Null Pack Lord and just go straight into it.
Fantastic. Anything else for your turn before we continue on?
Um, I'm gonna have the my clock would follow me over here, obviously, but then since I used my bonus action for the hunter's mark, my turn will be done.
Okay. Devin, you have spent this entire evening as a regular person, and only now do you have the blessing of a saint. What do you choose to do?
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for answering in such a timely manner. um, well, I would love to learn more about your culture, but let me tell you about mine. We're just a sleepy little town here. I'm gonna cast sleep over here next to Brock's. We're 21 hit points of sleep. We're just a sleepy little cul-de-sac town. We have our festivals and we're trying to enjoy one right now, unfortunately.
Their
I'm
adrenaline,
a cat.
their eagerness, their desire. A sleepy little town is not what they want. They want to riot. They want to party. 21 points is not enough to affect either of them.
No! All right. As a bonus action, okay. We will. No, I don't. I can use it to negate attacks. That would be my turn as I will stand next to Brox. We got this, Brox.
Okay. We'll continue on to the pack lord as he pulls out this bone whip as he will charge in 30 feet. Um, and then, you know what? Instead, he'll make 2 bone javelin attacks. He's got the whip in one hand. He pulls out a sharded javelin in the other, and he is going to throw the first at Osric and the second at Brox. Osric, that is a 15 to hit.
That does hit.
That is 9 damage. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw to maintain your hunter's mark, while an 11 goes soaring out at Brox.
That's my armor class.
I will claim words Brox's.
Okay.
Sorry, I have to do it before I know if it hits or not. Sorry.
No, you're fine. It's a public roll on Roll20, so there's no way for you to know until the moment. So, what does it look like as you um, keep his clumsiness from getting him hit by this attack?
We are just going to pull up my red tape, just to stop some bad projects, and we're just gonna keep Brox all steady. We're gonna move his shield arm up. All right, you got this. Just knock it with that knife. That's a really sharp knife, actually. You got this, Brox.
As you do so, you hear a scurry of the spiritual hawk moving up and away, fluttering, disturbed by what has just happened as Hunter's mark drops. We continue on to our Null Warriors. Our Null Warriors are going to charge in. And the ones on the right have to take the dash action as they are hungrily moving in towards you. However, the ones on the left managed to get there. The one attacking Devin is going to make a rend attack with its gnarly claws. That's a 23 to hit Devin for 5 damage as it picks you up by the head like a basketball player with a basketball. And then the one attacking Brox is a
That's not okay.
20 to hit for 4 damage. Oh no, this is going bad real quick. Brox, you have to do something.
Can I Hellish Rebuke that?
Oh,
Because
definitely.
because it's a melee attack.
Yeah.
Can I do it still? Yeah, I'd like to do that. So Dex save
I got a 10.
fails. 16 fire.
Hey, I asked you to do something. You certainly did. Feel free to take the rest of your turn and then work that Hellish Rebuke into the overall narrative.
Okay. Wait, a light hammer only does a D4 damage.
Go ahead and upgrade that to a D6. I had you roll a D6 earlier for your blacksmithing hammer.
I'm going to. I think we just need to deal with the ones in front of us for the minute, and then because I can't use my Eldritch Blast in melee, so I'm gonna put out. What's a 5 foot cube? It's just one of these boxes.
Yeah, it's
or
just
is
one
it-
box for like a create bonfire. That's just a single square.
No, it's for Cloud of Daggers.
Oh, okay.
You conjure spinning daggers in a 5 foot cube centered on a point within range. Yeah. Yeah. Can I? I'm just gonna put it on the one in front of me.
Yeah.
The one who just hit me. Uh,
So when you
each
conjure the
creature in
cloud,
that area takes 44 slash.
yep.
So when I
Automatic.
conjure it, it takes damage. When
Yep.
when it enters it, it takes damage, and when it ends its turn, there it takes damage.
Yep.
So it takes 10 force damage, slashing damage. Yeah.
It barely manages to stay up.
Okay. And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna heal myself. I'm gonna use a healing light on myself.
Yeah.
A D6. 6. Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay. As we reach the beginning of the second round, Osric, you have done a lot of damage to the Pack Lord in a single blow, but he has returned the favor, hailing against you both his weapons as well as the assaults of his minions across your companions. What do you want to do, Osric?
Yeah, he took everything down off of me of the concentration. So I don't have to worry about that coming through. All right. I am going to, because when I hit it with my turbo, since I have weapon mastery on that, that gives me um advantage on my next attack roll against that creature before the end of your turn. So um I am going to use one of my first level spells to cast Hunter's Mark as a bonus action again on him,
Okay.
and then try to take down the big bad guy because that's the guy that's the biggest threat, even though they're next to me.
Okay. Because they're next to you, you do have disadvantage on the attack. So the Vex and the nearby melee combatants cancel out to a straight attack roll.
Just because they're within 5 feet of me.
Yeah. As long as you have an enemy within 5 feet of you, ranged attacks have disadvantage. If that changes what you want to do on your turn, by all means.
I was just thinking, do I risk the attacks of opportunity? Um,
I don't know, man. That's on you. You could try and use your hawk. Instead of using flyby with the hawk, use the hawk to try and draw out the attacks of opportunity.
uh, yeah, let's do that.
I didn't expect you to say yes. I thought that was like, oh, here's a tactical suggestion for the players at home. I didn't think you'd actually go for it.
The hawk can just kind of swipe by without using flyby.
Okay.
just to see if
Uh,
they'll try to
yeah, they'll both make their attacks of opportunity for a 13 and a 5,
harry it.
and you free up your ability to step
And
away.
the hawk has
I think an armor class of 14.
uh, more than 13.
Yeah.
Yeah, so uh, I'm gonna go ahead and step back over here. Um, I can't go behind the pillar because that'll give him cover. And then, yeah, I'm gonna try to attack with advantage on that guy.
If you want, you can actually go into the market stall. And because you are next to all this stuff, like you could easily shoot over it, but ranged attacks against you, you would have half cover. So if you want to like go into the market stalls and use them for cover,
Hide a little bit. Yeah, I like
yeah,
that.
cool, cool.
Like right here,
Yeah,
because I'd be behind the um. Yeah.
anywhere in there, yeah.
Okay.
So it is
All right.
difficult terrain in there, but you got more than enough movement as you dump over a barrel as the hawk provides distraction and focuses in on another hunter's mark. A 19 will hit.
Uh, it didn't roll advantage, I don't think.
I'm seeing
Oh,
a 19 and a
I'm gonna roll one
6.
more. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, you're correct. So 19 hits. Damage it.
Okay. So that is only 2 on the short bow, but you do get another d6 of force from the hunter's mark. And with that blow, you have bloodied the Knoll Pack Lord, as the first one broke some of his armor and angered him, but this one you've sunk this heavy into the into his right hip, as he's feeling it.
And then I yell at him. It'll take more than that to stop me.
Well, as you call that out, Devin, you've got some stuff going on your side of the battlefield.
That 20-foot radius is not quite big enough. But we could. Yes. All right, let's just back you up. Let's get your paperwork in order to leave our town as well. I'm a Thunderwave. This guy's. Oh no.
Nice. Well,
Nice.
the one that barely survived the animated hammers of the Cloud of Daggers has 1 hit point, so the 3 thunder damage, even if they save, is going to kill them. And then the
Excellent.
other fella fails with an 11, so he as well is going to take 3 and be thrown back.
Excellent. Um Interesting. I didn't expect it to work like that. All right. I don't want to move into the Cloud of Daggers. I want to. I kind of want to draw them centrally. Then Brock is gonna get hit. We'll see what happens. Here. All right. That will be my turn.
Okay, we'll go into the Knoll Pack Lord. You see that his jaw began to tilt upwards as he almost went into a howl, and then the thunder wave goes off. He like back into place a little bit, jaw dropping, back towards the clavicle, and then he grimaces. His lip curls in a snarl as that thunder wave and our hawk have disturbed the plans he was going to do. So instead, he is going to go underneath the hawk, and then with that bone whip, he's going to snap 2 attacks up at the hawk above him. One of them hits with a 15 to do 11 damage, as our hawk survives, spiritual feather scattering into ash, dusting the ground. As it kind of curls in the air, and then the pack lord howls, snaps, points a couple fingers, like telling his minions to pursue. Um, the one kicked back by the Thunderwave is going to move back up on Brox. And then the others, one is going to close in on each of you. So the one that runs up on Brox, its rend attack, trying to grab your legs and flip you onto your back, is a 21 to hit for 5 damage.
Okay.
On Devin, this one jumps at you, paws straight forward, mouth open, trying to gobble you up like Little Red Riding Hood. That's a 20 to hit for 6 damage.
Yeah.
And then as the final one begins struggling through the stalls, is going to make an attack on Osric. Osric, as we have all these stalls and we have these tables and areas stacked up with like the trays and the props for like putting all the ceramics on and things like that. Both of you are going to have half cover against the other. And so that is a 9 to completely miss you as a couple bits of pottery get smashed down to the side. And we continue on to Brox's turn. Brox, you have this enemy attacking you to the north. You do have your Cloud of Daggers still right below hand. Actually, Cloud of Daggers is a concentration. I do need you to make a Constitution saving throw. You maintain Cloud of Daggers. It's your choice whether you're more interested in directly fighting this one or trying to force it into your Cloud of Daggers. What do you want to do on your turn, Brox?
I would like to move around it, and then I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it with a
Recognizing that you have
disadvantage.
okay, you have disadvantage. Oh, you have repelling blast, don't you?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
I hope you hit.
Ooh, probably not. A 10.
A 10 is going to miss.
Fine. That's fine. I don't have any bonus actions. That's it. That's the end of my turn.
Okay, as you move around, you go for the shot. But as you move a bit through one of these market stalls, you stumble, falling your way. That 4 dexterity really not helping you. Osric, we're back up to the top. You are in the market stalls, and a gnoll has pursued you. Because of Vex, you do have
I don't know.
advantage on the pack lord, but once again, you have an enemy
Yeah.
adjacent to you.
I don't know if want to do that. It's the next attack roll, right?
The next attack against that target within the turn. So if you don't
Right.
do it now, the Vex goes away.
I'm just gonna try to roll at it because my hawk's sitting right there, and he just whipped my hawk. So.
Yeah, that hits.
Roll that one, and then
Another D6 on top. Okay, you are dwindling this guy down, and his anger is increasing. He's about to give into
Right.
rampage.
my
No.
hawk is going to do its little force blast thing or force attack, beast strike.
Yeah, it's gonna fly down and
1d4
attack
plus
it.
4. Yeah. I guess it needs to roll a 1d20 to try to attack, huh?
It does, yes. It's a crit.
Oh wow.
So 2d4 plus 4.
All right.
Osric, you champion. You hero of our time.
Yeah, at the beginning I said Devin might have been the main character. I was wrong.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm just a paper pusher, my guy.
Had a crit, but ones on both the d4s.
It's a spirit hawk. There's not much there.
Yeah. And after it just swoops down and rakes its talons along the cheek of the gnoll, keeps its flyby to come back over here and be right by that uh, the other knoll that's near me.
Okay.
I don't know if that would give it the flanking thing or
It
not,
would,
but
yeah. Yeah.
okay, yeah. So yeah, it came back there.
Okay.
Paper pusher attempts to measure. That looks like 20-ish feet. How about guys? Let's all just calm down, okay? Let's
Motions.
calm down. Let's
Oh.
just
Oh, this
calm
is
down,
interesting.
okay? It's only a DC 13 charisma save. They
Charisma
they can
save.
choose to fail it if they want. Oh, which one? Which one succeeded?
The one to the far right succeeded.
That's all right. Let's see. Right? We're just a chill people. I'm sure your people may be chill too, but we're just trying to live
You're just trying to live nice and calm.
nice and calm.
Interesting.
Hello, Azric. What's happening here?
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. So the Null Pack Lord is going to use its Incite Rampage, where all other creatures with the Rampage feature get to make a free melee attack as a reaction. And I think Calm Emotions cancels Incite Rampage.
Oh, excellent.
So the only
And
one
thank
the only one that is capable of rampaging is the one attacking Osric.
please don't attack us.
And it misses with a 9 as the other ones kind of like look over to their dude. They're just kind of like "Rah, rah, 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 rah." The Null Pack Lord, livid at this, is gonna go ahead and move in and focus on Devin. So he's gonna move on
Oh
up
no.
and around, and he's gonna make 2 Bone Whip attacks at Devin. The first one is a 16 to
Uh-huh.
hit.
A 16. Can I cutting words that?
Totally.
All right. I have an AC of 12. So I need a 5 or higher. No.
Okay, you're gonna take
Devin
10 damage. And the
Devin
second
falls
attack,
down.
oh, you fall down.
Fall down.
You fall down. Oh no.
Oh
Okay.
no.
And then its second attack uh would have advantage if it moved up to you, but it's out of movement, I think. So instead, it's just a single hit for a single death save. Because
All right.
this is where the reach doesn't come into play for a good thing. The coup de grace is not strong enough at a distance, so you are one automatic death save as he flays your body, and the calm emotions fade as your blood scatters in the air. The ones that had been calmed smell it, and then their hunger grows again. Uh, we go to the one by Barax. He's gonna make his rend on Barax. He'll actually move here before rending as he flanks around a bit, missing as he himself trips over the same exact barrel you tripped over. The one over by Osric is going to attack Osric for a 14
That will hit.
for 7 damage. And then the other one is going to flanking daisy chain go after your bird for a 14, doing 6 damage to your bird, popping the bird out of existence.
Mm.
And we go to Brox. Brox, you've got a hardy and healthy knoll by you. Devin has gone down, and Osric is being heavily pushed against.
Right. This is difficult terrain to get through here.
Yes, that'll be 2 squares of difficult terrain, so that would be 20 feet of movement to get there, and then 25, 30. Yeah.
The attacks of opportunity from the big guy might do me in.
Big guy has a reach of 10, so he can't make an attack of opportunity if you stay within 10 feet of him.
Okay. Is there a gap between here?
Yeah, sure. But it takes 30 feet to get that far going around, so.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna run away from this null.
Misses with a 10. Your armor has mattered.
Yeah. And the claws just bounce off because it's so perfect. I'm gonna like dive bomb through here, and as I dive through, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the Pack Lord.
Okay.
16.
16 hits.
So I have Agonizing Blast. So that's 9 force, and it's pushed back 10 feet.
His back is to the statue, and so he can't move 10 feet. He can't move any. So that's essentially 10 feet of falling damage as you slam him into the base of the pillar behind. Go ahead and roll a d6 of quote unquote falling damage as you blast him into the pillar.
Another 4, so
13
13 total.
It took repelling blast into the pillar and agonizing blast. He had 12 hit points remaining. How do you want to kill him?
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, Broxy's gonna sort of just almost like trip and dodge the nulls as it sort of scratches his arm and run round. And then he's thinking in his head it's going to look so cool as he sort of dives into the stall and shoots a blast at the same time. But in reality, sort of with his low dex, he just sort of stumbles and falls and catches himself on the fence and throws an Eldritch Blast and watches it as it just sort of hits the null in the head as his head smashes back into the statue.
Fantastic. Anything else?
Yeah, I suppose as my bonus action, I will dash. I can do that once more, and I'm gonna get right up on Devon, and I also gain some. I get 2 temporary hit points,
Fantastic.
and that's the end of my turn.
Fantastic. With that, we reach the end of the round. With the end of the round and the Pack Lord dead, each of the remaining need to make a morale check. This is a wisdom saving throw, DC 10. On a failure, they gain the frightened condition, and then on a second failure, they flee. So we will do left, bottom, top. Okay. The ones that fully saw what happened are maybe considering this to not be the best idea. So they have gained the frightened condition. They can get no closer to all of you. They will still fight, though they have disadvantage. And depending on how things go, next morale check, they may end up fleeing. But for now, they're hesitant to get closer to you as they're starting to slowly take a few steps back. They grab what javelins or bone bows they have to make their shots. But we'll see how it continues. Osric, at the top, you have witnessed the Pack Lord be taken out.
So after the pack lord gets taken out, I'm gonna be like, I'm just gonna switch over and grab that short sword weapon,
Mm-hmm.
and go to stab that knoll that's right in front of me.
Okay.
Bonus action before I do that, switch over Hunter's Mark to him.
Awesome. It's another bloody crit.
Let's go. Oh my goodness.
What you get for attacking my bird?
Okay, and another 2d6 force, 17 damage. Bloodied in a single hit.
And then that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Devin, I need a death saving throw. You have a 5% chance of bleeding out, but you don't. The aura of this saint's presence as you are underneath their altar is carrying you on, knowing that success, victory is just a moment away. We'll continue on to our underlings. The one that just got crit is gonna just rampage at Osric. Osric, are you bloodied?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. This thing is going to make a rend attack and see if it can rampage afterwards. That is a 19 to hit.
That's going to hit.
That'll do 5 damage. And because it has dealt damage to a bloodied creature, it will rampage, moving up to half its speed and making another rend attack. In this case, it'll rend you again. That's a 23 to hit.
That is going to put me down.
Ooh, no. Okay. We have one heavily damaged Knoll that in this heated moment is just tearing through. 2 others have been frightened, though now they outnumber all of you. We'll see how this continues on Brox's turn. Brox, you have 2 of your companions down, a rampaging Knoll, and then 2 of them feeling out the situation.
Right, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast the one injured one. 16,
16 will hit.
9, repelling blast.
It is going to stumble, and because of all the market stalls, it's not going to take additional damage, but you are going to knock it prone as you dump it over a table.
And then, as a bonus action, I will use my last healing light on Devin.
On Devin. Okay. You lot now are okay. Okay. Anything else, Brox?
No, that's all I can do. Oh, these 2 are frightened, right? So I'm just
Yes.
I'm gonna start swinging my my hammer around and look a bit crazed in the eye, and sort of step up between them 2 and Devin and Ostra.
Okay. At the end of the round, Osric's down, but Devin's getting back up. You have dumped the one over tables. This is going to be the rolls to see if the 2 continue to fight or if they flee. One of them, the one closer to you, seeing all the blood and carnage, is going to be turning flight and fleeing. The other is going to overcome the fear and proceed forward. So, Osric, I need a death save at the start of your turn. Okay, as you are covered in debris. Devin, you come to consciousness. You see one of them turning to flee. Another one's been dumped over into the stalls. And another looks to feed on those that are dropping. You need to do something to regain control of this situation.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up. Oh dear. Oh dearie. Osric is down. When did that happen? He was doing great. All right. One's running away, I can see. One's like down on a table. Oh, Brox. Oh, Brox's point. What's that over there? Our people are coming to help us. I'm down over here. I'm making an image of a bunch of people with pitchforks and stuff charging over here.
Okay, as you do so, I want you to make either a performance or a deception check.
All right, guys. They're coming for us.
Okay. Those that are not currently frightened must immediately make a new morale check. The one that
My
just got
goodness.
its nerve back of like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna fight, sees the mob coming in, and then nope, it's leaving. There's the one rampaging one dumped inside the stalls that like, no, it's gonna fight to the death. Anything else, Devin?
All right. As a let us see. We're gonna climb over here onto this side and help Osric on my next turn.
Okay. As we go on to the knolls, one of them running away, another one disengaging as it kicks dirt in your face and begins to flee to the south. The one in the market stall stands up, and as it does so, it's gonna go after Brox. Brox, you are currently the hardiest thing here. It needs to take you out. And that's a 23 for 4 damage.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm
Brox.
good.
Okay, you're good. It's your turn, Brox. As this thing grabs onto your armor, begins working its fingers like by the armpits, getting like into the gaps. Can you take this thing out?
I'm
The
gonna hit it with my hammer. Just in case, I'm gonna come there and I'm gonna hit it with my hammer.
Okay, move into flanking for the advantage.
Um,
Holy.
natural 20.
Natural 20.
Oh, the
So
heroes.
Oh, we have gotten so many crits this combat.
it's 8 damage.
How do you want to take it out as the 2 remaining flee?
As it turns around and rends me, sort of scratching my armor. I'm just going to. I'm going to sort of catch the wrist as it comes back and sort of hold its arm out and just full swing hammer to the side of its head.
It displaces the jaw, the right under the eye squelches up into the brain casing as this thing crumples to the ground. The mob coming in completely silent. It's just a bunch of people, pitchforks, torches, but like there's no noise. The other gnolls fleeing here. You hear the quieting of the battlefield in the distance as the main distractionary force is being dealt with by the soldiers. You lot having taken out those that have wrapped around to the southern side of the village to break in since their initial sneaky assault was caught by the watchtower. You turn towards Osric down on the ground. Devin, is there anything you can do for Osric?
Yes, I have a cure wounds left. I have 2 cure wounds left, actually.
Okay. As you manage to magically cure Osric, bringing him back to consciousness, no blood scattered all over him. By the time 2 p.m. comes, this village is going to be quieting down once again with many frightened individuals, but no blood painting the fields for everything that has happened here. Throughout this evening and possibly into the future, what do you lot have for your successes and failures throughout this night?
Um, like continuing throughout this night as if it's still happening.
No, as a bit more epilogue, as things will be. The soldiers that are also here are doing quite a bit of work to the north, so you don't have to do everything. You are just a piece of the puzzle. what does the remainder of the night look like for all of you?
Oh, 100% going back to the temple with my spiritual armaments. If I can do it, you can do it too.
With that, ushering them out down to the smithy and over to the ranch to get the blessings therein, that of Zoltrak as well as Dolmar Broadstrike.
100%.
Anything from Brox?
Think Brox is so there's still a bit of fighting going up on the other side of the inn. Brox is going to throw the pack lord. He's going to drag the corpse up to the lines and try to scare away the rest of the gnolls, and sort of be a bit of a morale support to the men fighting on the line.
Go ahead and make an intimidation roll for me with advantage. 15. That number is the number of people that you end up saving by shortening the battle, by bolstering your side, by breaking enemy morale on the other. In the end, 15 more people would have died during that battle had it continued on for its full length. But instead, you have brought it much more to an end far quicker. And then anything from Osric?
Yeah. Osric is gonna get up and use one of his cure wounds and slap himself really quick. Healing himself for 11. And then he's gonna go get back into the fight.
Yeah.
He's not gonna stop it. A little thing like bleeding out a little bit on the market stop him. He's gonna go back over there. It's his job. He's gonna go help the soldiers that are fighting on the northwest side.
And it by the end of this, it's gonna earn you a promotion, man. It's gonna earn you a promotion.
I'm gonna write strong worded leather
as
for
you
Osric.
take the powers that you earned from Morin Costal, and you then fight back, taking back those farms, taking back that land. You make a name as a hero this night. Eventually, the dawn does come. People that are simply coming for the festival find a slightly burned and smoldering village, though the successes you had did manage to maintain most of the village. The watch guard at the tower that was saved and managed to get a call out for instructions to Osric allowed for you lot to get the guard going into place in the correct area as early as you did. You managed to keep the other casualties down to the merchants, Glenn, Bowden, and a few of his guards, but you saved everybody else. As we go into what should be a festive time, I do want to open it up for the final conclusions of what the rest of this festival season may entail. Do any of you have epilogues therein?
I think that Devin is right into the Higher Lord to potentially send us some grain for the upcoming winter. Pleading for their help. Also thanking them for the assistance in guards. And trying to rally the people by approving all of their house permits. As insane as they may be.
Fantastic.
We're just pushing them through.
Yes.
We have the lumber mill. We can build it. Whatever you want. Let's put this as a distant memory, guys. We can get past this.
We do have the lumber, yes. Brox, do you have anything for festival season epilogue?
Yeah, and I would like to just say I saved Bowden.
You did.
Yeah. I thought you said he died.
I may have phrased it that way. I apologize. You did save him, though all of his mercantile business is down the drain. So for him, he might as well be dead. But you are correct. You did save him. I apologize.
I think um, Brox is probably just going to be walking through the village, sort of trying to keep morale up, helping people where they need it, sharing some stories amongst the soldiers of the fight with the Pack Lord and how it was my armor that kept me the last man standing to prevail in the end.
It was.
It was impervious to the null rends and claws.
Fantastic. Osric, anything for you?
Osric is going to finish up his guard duty here at the festival, and just let everybody know. Oh no, that's just what I do, and then go back for another assignment wherever he's supposed to go next.
Oh, it'll be a bigger assignment with the promotion that comes. But certainly, as you lot have defended Abel's End throughout this null attack seeking to ransack during the festival season of plenty. That is where we're going to close our one shot for the night. Thank you for playing Saints and Sacrifices. Thank you for watching. All of these maps are available down in the description if you want to grab them for your own odds and ends. If you're interested in playing one of these games or hiring me to be your game master, as I am a professional game master, it is my job. You can also find those links down below. But for now, just have a good day. Thanks for watching and have a lovely.